If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
This is a podcast from Minute Media.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, kiddies. This is yours duly, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio. My name is Bones, and as always, I'm joined by Kat Fedor and Rob Humphrey. What's going on, guys?
Hey there.
I prefer Thunderballs.
You know, I want to just let you know. I told somebody about you saying that the Thunderballs thing, and they called me Thunderballs twice.
Oh, nice.
So they stole your nickname.
They did. That's you. So you stole my nickname.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say, it
didn't
sounds
do
like
it.
you took it.
No, it wasn't. I didn't say it.
That's all right. I was kind of Costanza in that one anyway, where I was trying to get a nickname, and you can't do that.
Yeah, you were. Also, by the way, Kat is also known as Pretty Iguana.
Oh, that's right.
Kat Valor.
Yeah.
Cat. What was with that?
Listen, you can't change your name without signing up for an account, and it sounds like a lot of work. So
It's literally not. What we're talking about is we had a watch party today for Scream 2.
Yeah. I sat there for 5 minutes muted because I did not unmute my microphone. Why are they going to make that site so complicated?
Yeah, we're sitting in there going, oh, Rob, this is what you got to do. He leaves, comes back. Oh man, we were also in there with Nate was in there with us. Jinx was in there. Nate was in there. We had a bunch of people came, and it was great. Nate's names were Merciful Black Bear, Screeching Mongoose, and my personal favorite, Dynamic Wombat.
What is
Dynamic Wombat's cool.
Nick kept changing names?
Is Nate?
See, changing names again.
Oh my god. All right, horrorcore, goddammit.
Oh, okay.
Already.
All right.
Rob Humphrey, Amber Scroggins, Greg. You're all called to the stand because of all this Art the Clown bullshit.
Oh.
You mean Happy the Shooting Clown?
No, I mean Art the Clown.
Art the Mime.
No, not Art the Mime, Art the Clown. To be respected. As everybody knows, what are those things called? Resolution. My New Year's resolution was to go harder in the paint for Art the Clown and Terrifier. And here we are, doubling down. Jinx brought to my attention during our watch party that you guys...
It's going in your file, Jinx.
Good. I'm glad. I hope it does. You guys, Amber and Greg, gave Art shit for the gun, and turns out Ghostface also uses a damn gun.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he does not.
Go ahead.
Ghostface never once fires a gun. The characters who are in the Ghostface costume fire guns, but never in costume.
But
Nope.
It's Ghostface though.
Nope.
Guns are used prominently in Scream movies.
By all of the killers in all of the Scream movies, yes. But they'd never do it as Ghostface. They always do it as that character.
But it's still...
But you don't throw out the entire slasher movie because there was a gun used.
Right. Point. Thank you, Kat.
Because the slasher doesn't use it. The character does, but not Ghostface. See, with Ghostface is different
Mikey.
than any other slasher because he's not really a character. He's an outfit. So when you take off the Ghostface outfit, you cease to be Ghostface and you are now the character in the movie. And so Crazy Emma Roberts, when she takes off the Ghostface outfit, is now just Hot Crazy Emma Roberts. And Hot Crazy Emma Roberts can use a gun.
No.
As a matter of fact, she's hotter when she has a gun.
No, because as you just mentioned in Versus, our Patreon show, patreon.com/slasher radio, you're one of your problems with Scream 4 was you didn't think that the two dweebs from high school could do it.
Yeah, they can.
Okay, but they were Ghostface. They were.
Right, but not. They didn't use a gun when they were Ghostface.
If they had, would it have made it more believable that they could do it?
Yes, it would have. But that's not what happens.
Okay, just hypothetically.
Here's the thing. Art the Clown uses a gun to kill somebody while he's in the Art the Clown costume or get up or whatever. Therefore, he is Happy the Shooting Clown, and it doesn't ruin Terrifier, but it makes Terrifier less good.
Okay.
What ruins Terrifier is everything else.
You're full of crap. But I set Greg up for this, and I tweeted at him, and he's at Camp Springwood now. So you can check Greg out there. I asked him, hey, Greg, how do you feel about Ghostface? Set him up nice. He has no idea this is coming. Gotcha, Greg. His response was, even though Ghostface is the most bumbling slasher, that's me, of all time, I do like him/her, vicious, petty, vindictive, what's not to like. So Greg likes Scream. He likes Ghostface. I'm going to assume that Amber is a normal human being, and she does as well. Everybody likes Scream and Ghostface, right? And you all have to leave Art the Clown /Terrifier alone here now going forward.
I will not leave Art the Clown alone, and I will not leave Terrifier alone, and I will continue to like Ghostface. How's that for an agreement?
No, that doesn't help at all.
Punishment could be All Hallows Eve as an episode.
That's not a punishment. You know what?
For Rob. Just clarification. This is like when I punish people with shark movies. Like,
but Art the Clown is good. Shark movie's bad.
I will accept the shark movie episode as punishment.
Sharkula. Done. Next week.
No.
I also found not only is there Sharkula, it's like a whole Universal Monster Shark universe.
Really?
Because there's also Sharkenstein.
I was just going to ask if there was a Sharkenstein. Is there an invisible shark? Because that's the one I want to see.
I didn't go that far down the rabbit hole, but I did find Sharkula and Sharkenstein. Sharkenstein's a few years old, actually.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to get into those at some point.
Mikey, I was trying to help you. I don't know what happened, but now we have to watch the Universal Shark movie.
Do you know
cinematic universe?
Who's we? Do you have a mouse in your pocket or something, Cat? It's not me. I'm not in that.
Look, I will gladly do an All Hallows Eve episode. But just know it will give me more ammunition against Art the Mime, probably.
No. I'm telling you right now, All Hallows Eve is better than Terrifier.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll watch it. I've never seen it. I'll watch it. But, just don't come all crying if I don't like it.
That's going to be your fault.
Especially if the lighting isn't better.
We're not. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Moral of the story is a gun was prominent, damn it. Just saying.
Yeah, but not by Ghostface. By the characters acting as Ghostface. Out of costume.
Woosah. You can go to the website, by the way, vote for the Slashies, which started
next week. Yeah. You can do that.
Running out of time, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Get it
whenever
done.
You want.
Vote for Sharks of the Corn.
Some people have posited that our audience is the laziest audience in all of podcasting. Maybe we can prove them wrong.
Did that person's name start with an R and end with an Ob Humphrey?
I mean, look, there's no reason to point fingers. But some people have said that our audience is the laziest audience in all of podcasting because they won't even go click on the fucking buttons to vote.
It's so fun, too. Like, who doesn't like to vote for shit,
Bunch of lazy, cheap-ass bastards. They won't sign up for the Patreon. They won't vote in the fucking thing. We try to do fun things. Can't have anything nice.
He knocked him for lazy and cheap all in one go, man.
He did.
Patreon.com/slasherradio. Show a little love for the show, and then go vote for the slashies at whatever the fuck the fucking website is for that.
Yeah, our listeners are the lazy ones.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, I joined a gym. All right, I'm not lazy.
You'll also get our Easter egg episode, Easter egg content from our episodes if you go to Patreon. Where Rob gets pretty graphic on on his gym goings and penis.
We got to hear about Rob's dingus today.
That's a direct quote.
Oh no, that's cut out, right? That's not going out.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever you say, Rob.
I might send that to Bloody Disgusting just because.
They would finally cover something we talked about.
Oh my god. Podcaster's penis.
Yep.
Exclusive news.
Slasher Radio co-host dingus sighting in gym.
Holy shit. You're gonna get a lawsuit from Planet Fitness. Holy shit. All right. Yeah, go do that, man. It's fun to vote on stuff. I don't understand.
Do something. Jesus.
Do you guys want to get to the news?
Yeah. Do we have news this week?
We do.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Because I ain't seen shit.
Did you look?
No.
Oh.
But sometimes I just see it by happenstance, you know?
That's true.
Yeah.
That is right.
I didn't see nothing.
It's time to hump the news with Rob Humphrey.
He's not a genius.
All right. First up, I'm gonna send you guys image. You can check it out because this is really all I care about. Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City is on sale on DVD, digital HD, Blu-ray, 4K, all that shit.
All right.
Actually, no, that starts on February 8th, but it's out. It's going to be out January 18th for digital rental. I know you guys don't give any props to Resident Evil. Oh wow, actually, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, you guys probably don't care anyway. But it's a pretty cool DVD set. No love? Any love?
No.
No, it's fine. It's whatever.
That monster's badass though, man.
Looks like my dingus.
You gotta stop it. Oh, fucking A.
No, I didn't see the movie. I wasn't super excited about seeing the movie. I never played the games. I don't know anything about them. The only thing I know about Resident Evil is I saw the very first one with Mila Jovovich, whatever her name is. And it sucked really, really bad. That's all I know.
So you're not going to give this monster any props?
I will say, if this were a video game monster, it would look exceptional, but it does look very much like video game graphics. I'm not super impressed.
Well, it looks like the game. Yeah. I mean...
But I don't want a movie to look... Here's the thing. If I wanted a movie that looked like a game, I could just watch the very long cutscenes in so many horror games. Like, I want to see a movie. I want to see what they can do as a movie. It should be a different medium, you know?
You guys suck.
Resident Evil sucks.
I might watch it if it's streaming somewhere for free at some point, you know? Like if it pops up on Netflix or whatever, then I'll probably watch it.
I gotta figure out which one was like there were two of them that I remember being really good. I'm gonna have you guys gotta watch them, damn it.
It ain't the first one, I'll tell you that.
I don't know.
That one sucked.
He said it looked like my things. Alrighty, what's next? Oh, Rob, you guys had talked about this on This Horror Life a couple of weeks ago. I was always up in the air on if it was true or not, but apparently the Scream cereal is a real thing.
Yeah.
Which is mind-blowing.
Yeah, I don't know where you can get it, but it is apparently a thing. I guess the milk turns red.
Well, that's fun.
When you eat it, but yeah, I have no idea where you can purchase it. If I did know, I would probably get a box because it's pretty cool.
You
Strawberries
keep the box,
and
right?
Scream. Huh?
You keep the box too, right? You know,
I actually would probably buy 2 boxes, one to eat and one to just keep sealed.
you'll eat it one day.
Oh, because I'm fat? Nice, Mikey.
No, what?
I joined a gym, goddammit.
Oh man, this is for UK only.
Oh, well, that's why I didn't find it anywhere.
Yeah, told you back in November, you may call it serial killers now put their strawberries and Scream cereal up for sale. UK only pre-order. Officially licensed product.
You can win a private screening to 5 Cream.
You can also find out what the fucking Halloweenies think about the Scream trailer. This is unbelievable.
You know what they should have called it strawberries and 5 Cream.
Moving on. It's not 5 Cream.
It should be though.
No, it shouldn't be. Rob, you pointed this out to me. I came across it again. Glad I did, because it reminded me the Scream vinyls.
No, it looks awesome. I so wish I had the money to drop on this set.
Me too. Rob, do you remember what company did that?
Yeah, it's the one that has a name that's really hard to say. It's a Veritas Band or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do much better at that.
Yeah, it's really hard to say the name of the company. I don't know where they're out of, but
well, they have vinyl that they have the colored ones, but they have the one vinyl that's just black, and for some reason it hits so nice with that mask.
Yeah. Veritas Sarah Band or something. I don't know how the fuck you say it.
It's also on Amazon, guys. That's
yeah, you can get it from other places. They do a pretty good job with their releases. I've got a couple of theirs, and they usually sound good and stuff. But yeah, so it's the box set has these scores for Scream, Scream 2, Scream 3, and Scream 4, and they are also releasing Scream 5 Cream.
Not 5 Cream.
Through the same label, and they did have a bundle where you could get all of them together, but I think that's sold out.
They were cool too, man. It's like a red, like a deep red.
Yeah, the box set comes on red vinyl, and I don't quite understand this mask thing, but apparently the gate folds or something can be put together to form a giant Ghostface mask.
Yeah, giant. Like I remember it was big as hell.
Yeah.
Dingus joke, not applied here. But I just noticed that the cover, I don't know, the little pocket that the vinyl goes into, it has like a glove, like a black glove with blood on it, doing 1, 2, 3, 4 for each one. That is so fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean it's I'm sure it'll be a great set. I'm sure it's going to be worth having. It's up for pre-order right now. I just don't have the extra money to get it. It's like a bad time coming right after the holidays.
Yeah, it really is.
They do a really good job with their releases. I think they did the John Carpenter's Village of the Damned that I have, and a few other releases that were really good. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like the 5 Cream is sold out now too.
It's not 5 Cream.
Oh, you can get the 5 Cream on black vinyl still. The colored vinyl sold out.
Kat, why do I even bother?
You know he's gonna keep calling it 5 Cream.
That's his name. Now I have this one on vinyl that they did before. I didn't realize it was from the same label, but scrolling through some of their other releases, they have a combination Scream and Scream 2 release that they did. It's on a single LP, and it sounds really good. I've got that one.
They have a CD for sale too.
Yeah, but who the fuck wants a CD?
Next up is it's right along the whole Scream thing. Obviously, this is a very screamy week, especially on Slasher Radio. Thanks to me. If I get to talk about Scream, I'm gonna do it. God damn it!
Yeah, the 5 Cream coming out, it's huge.
Perfect example. All right, so there was an image that was put out. They released an image of Ghostface. It's Ghostface. His mask looks awesome. I don't know how I feel about the fucking coat thing, because it looks like a coat he's got on, no?
Yeah, that looks just like that. They didn't alter the mask, really, did they?
No, but they altered that outfit, damn it.
Yeah, and that knife, well, I don't know if that's real or CGI, I can't tell. Now, there is rumor that he's gonna, at some point, wear a metal mask.
I've seen that.
I don't know if that's been confirmed or not. I don't know if I like that or not. He's gonna be uber Ghostface.
Listen, we had an Uber Jason. It's time for an Uber Ghostface.
Yeah.
If he does it for one scene, I'll be all right with it.
If it's to match the flamethrower, I think the reflective nature of a metal mask would look badass on camera.
True.
Yeah.
I am prepared to be wrong about this.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice ring Cat just sent. You gonna get one of those, Mikey?
Holy shit, that is cool as hell. No, I'm not.
Isn't it cool? There was no link. I don't know if it's like I don't know if you can buy these.
You should get one for your pinky.
Is that an Italian crack?
Why you gotta make it Italian?
I was just making sure. Was Cat?
Why are you always trying to take this to an Italian place?
Yeah. Why
you
you always
blame
making
me?
about it being Italian?
Can you blame me?
No.
You made a pinky ring joke. I mean, come on.
I was still laughing at that gif I found earlier.
Oh,
He got it on his
The
TV.
funniest gif ever.
Yeah, I mean I'm sitting there trying to watch Scream 2 in the middle of a watch party, doing nice, not bothering anybody, and this guy just sends a Jersey Shore fist pumping thing, attack me, from my culture and heritage. You don't feel bad?
No.
You know he doesn't. He's still laughing about it.
Yeah, I'm laughing. It's a silent. Yeah. You know what? The laughter is really just covering my tears. That's.
Oh yeah, I can tell. Okay, one more thing I wanted to talk about. Actually, I have two more things, but this one's a little more current events and kind of upsetting. There's talks of Glenn/Glenda to make an appearance in the Chucky TV series.
Okay.
And the cast apparently was sharing their hopes for this to happen in season 2. I don't want anything. Seed of Chucky should just let's act like it didn't happen.
Seed of Chucky's the worst movie, but if they can bring the character back in an effective way, then I'm fine with it.
No. And I say that because, and I feel bad for the character itself because it does. There's potential there, but it just brings up. I think about the Seed of Chucky. I don't want to ever do that.
I don't know. I mean, they brought back Jennifer Tilly, and you didn't have a problem with that.
That's because Bride of Chucky was not the worst Child's Play movie.
It was arguably the best.
In Five Cream, they're bringing back Lemon Squares. You're cool with that.
We're not.
I am. I'm excited to see her again. I wonder what she's been up to.
I have made a t-shirt for the premiere that says "Death to Lemon Square."
That's hysterical.
No,
it's going to be very confusing every time I wear it outside of that theater specifically.
Your Lemon Square Suck t-shirt? What?
When I walk around in my Tom Atkins Rules shirt, people look at me kind of funny, but I don't care.
That's for an entirely different reason. They know what that means and they're confused.
No, seriously, if they bring the character back in an interesting way, then I think it'll be fine. So I wouldn't be too worried about that.
Kat, how do you feel about it?
I have gotten so good at blocking out Seed of Chucky that at first when you said that, the name meant nothing to me. It's very possible that I could watch it and not think about Seed of Chucky. Of course, it's also possible those repressed memories will...
Have you watched the first season yet, Kat?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I mean... I know I'm going to think about Seed of Chucky. I'm going to be mad. Just can't we all, why can't we all just agree it never happened?
Seed of Chucky does have John Waters in it.
It also has Redman in it.
Yeah. So how could you go wrong with John Waters and Redman?
And they managed to fucking do it, dude. I don't know. I don't know how they did it. They had Chucky and Tiff, too. I don't know how they fucked that up.
But not John Ritter.
John Ritter, goddammit. Hell yeah. Bride of Chucky is arguably the best one.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that argument. I would probably still go with the original. I also like Curse a lot.
Another franchise you don't give enough love to.
I haven't seen 3 in a while. I thought about rewatching it.
You keep saying that. You never watch it.
I know. It's like I thought about watching Child's Play 3. I thought about going to the gym. I got tired. I didn't do either one.
I don't know, man. They were just all on Netflix not too long ago, too.
I've got them all on Blu-ray.
But you watched the Friday remake not too long ago.
Yeah, I stumbled upon it on something, Paramount or something, and I was like, all right, I'll watch that.
That's your fault. All right, the last thing I wanted to bring up, and I mean, there's really nothing to talk about, but breaking news, the Friday the 13th case is officially over.
Yay. But really all that means is we're back to where we were from the beginning anyway. They have to still come to an agreement.
Right.
We're still waiting.
Yeah, exactly. And Larry Zerner broke this down on our show. What was that now? About a month or so ago? No, this was
that was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a little bit ago.
Yeah, that was murder. I don't know. It was during something we were doing. Probably Murder by Numbers.
Oh yeah.
But apparently, Bloody Disgusting felt the need to put that. By the way, was in what, October? That was October, right, of last year. Where is this? Okay, yeah. Bloody Disgusting decided to post an episode of The Halloweenies with an interview with Larry Zerner from 2020 in May.
Yeah.
That's current. We've had him on twice since then. See what I mean, dude? See what I mean?
Yeah. I like that show, though. Halloweenies are good.
There's nothing against the Halloweenies.
It's against Bloody Disgusting.
Right. I mean, dude, really, I sent them that press release. Fuck us. But the Halloweenies had, outdated information from 2 fucking years ago. Let's post it.
Do you think Bloody Disgusting is hiring? Can I get in on the inside? Can we
right?
do slasher radio espionage?
That'd be fucking awesome, dude. Yeah. God, let's start. We gotta think about that.
I'll look into this.
Yeah, but officially what this means, in my limited understanding of law, which comes from watching People's Court and Judge Judy, is that you basically there's nothing left for Sean Cunningham to do. Like, Victor Miller has won this case. He didn't apply to the appeal to the Supreme Court in time. He apparently chose not to for whatever reason. So now Victor Miller owns the rights to the original screenplay in the United States.
Right.
So they have to come to some sort of financial agreement if there's going to be any more movies.
Well, Larry tweeted, this was on December 29th when the news came out. I guess, kind of like you mentioned, Rob, it became official when it wasn't filed for the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Which Larry discussed when he was on our show a little bit. But Larry did tweet and say that this not being done, it being filed for Supreme Court, or cert, I guess is the legal term, is slightly more likely that the parties are working out a resolution, is what Larry said. But he also finished off by saying, I wouldn't hold my breath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they still have to come to an agreement. And they could have come to an agreement any time in this process and ended this whole thing, and they haven't. So to me, that would indicate that they are far apart on the numbers, or they hate each other, or something.
Or both.
It's just not getting worked out. But at this point, they have no choice but to negotiate this thing or not do anything else with the property. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Which is cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
there's a lot of money that could still be made.
Right.
But,
Yeah, both have an interesting case in that one, man.
They do. It's been kind of fun to follow. Like, not that I was really avid in following it, but it was fun to kind of hear updates about the case and stuff. And the idea that they're not going to do anything with the property, and that this just kind of peters out. Like, I think that's the worst case scenario for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Because there's been that sense of hope where it's like, once this gets resolved, maybe we can get something. But it's not guaranteed to happen,
Mm-hmm. Now would be the time to get on it, man. Slashers are hot again.
Yeah.
Especially legacy slashers,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Halloween, you got, Scream, you got Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, I'm kind of stunned we're not getting a new Nightmare. Chucky.
Yeah. Pinhead's making noise somewhere.
Yeah, Pinhead's coming. We're getting Chick Pinhead soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like it's, this seems like a good time to maybe sit down and get a deal hammered out if they can, because these waves don't last forever.
No. And that's the thing too, is now is the time you can get a shitty movie in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I feel like, and I hope it's not, but I feel like that's Texas Chainsaw right now. Texas Chainsaw's like, oh shit, it's cool to come out again. Let's grab some money and leave. Yeah.
Have you seen the other sequels? We don't even have to be that good.
Yep. Scream. Everyone went to see Candyman, fucking Halloween, Scream.
Yep.
Get our money and go, boys. Come on now.
Yep. It's a good time to cash in. If they really want to cash in, they'll give us Jason in the Snow. But boy, they have not wanted to do that for some damn reason.
Yeah, you would think, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So Looks like Rob's second favorite franchise is going to be shut down a little longer.
What do you mean second favorite? That's my favorite.
Sure it is.
Right?
You keep asking it like a question.
All right. That's all I have for the news. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with Scream 2. And I have some ballsy things to say about it.
Ooh.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know. I've spent a long time, man, the better portion of my life saying that Freddy Krueger and A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Don't.
There's no.
We have to end the episode. We have to go.
No.
I don't like where this is going.
I gotta get this out, guys. I have to, because I don't know. It's not healthy for me to keep this in anymore. And I've been thinking it for a while now. But I've always said Freddy's number one, no question. A Nightmare on Elm Street. It don't get no better than that. Scream is pretty fucking cool, guys.
Yeah, Scream is cool.
Better than Nightmare on Elm Street, though.
I don't know. This is like me Rob with Halloween Friday. I made fun of him so much. I'm in the same pickle. I don't know.
No.
I don't know, Kat.
No.
I don't know. Go ahead. Try and what do you got to say for yourself?
Ghostface is not as consistent, like because it's a different Ghostface. We were talking about this in the verses. He's a costume. It's different ghost faces. Even in the first movie, it's two different people being Ghostface. He's not as clean. He's bumbly. He wouldn't win in a fight against Freddy.
He might not. But have you seen Freddy outside of the dream world, though? Let's be honest.
Well, yeah, I guess outside of the dream world, they actually do have quite a bit in common.
And there's no proof that Ghostface is a kitty diddler.
Hell. Why can't I have anything, man? Why? Rob, you don't have really any stake in this one, because you've again just now shown your displeasure for Nightmare at times, and you shit on Scream repeatedly. So what do you think?
I don't shit on Scream or Nightmare. I like them both.
I can tell.
I bought Freddy shoes.
Me too.
Yeah.
Took me a little longer, but I bought them eventually. But what do you think that it could be that close? Like, could you see it or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it. To me, for you, I think that. Yeah, I think that it would make perfect sense if you thought that Scream was your favorite franchise.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just because of your age and when the Scream movies came out, all that bullshit you talked about on Versus, about how important it is to you and everything. Like
bullshit.
You weren't going to the theater to see Nightmare.
No, I wasn't. I don't know. I had to let this out.
Where's Leprechaun rank there?
Leprechaun's a sentimental thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand the limitations of the Leprechaun, you know. But, like Scream, dude, Ghostface has everything. And I obviously the original was great. And I know we're talking about Scream 2 specifically, but I just feel like he was, even though the look didn't change, somehow it felt like the character was cemented in Scream 2.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. I can see why you think that they're close. And
Okay.
and you know what? Here's the thing. And I'll be pretty open about this. If you look at franchises instead of looking at killers, I think they're a lot closer for me. I think Freddy's got a cooler concept. I think if you look at the original Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's a lot scarier. There's more material to work with, I think, in A Nightmare on Elm Street. That being said, if you look at the franchise A Nightmare on Elm Street and the franchise of Scream's a lot. It's like it's a tighter grouping. Like they all hit the mark or got close to the mark. They're all on the target somewhere. The same can't be said for Nightmare on Elm Street, unfortunately, because Dream Child exists. And
yeah.
So if you look at the franchise, I can understand it a lot easier. I have a tough time seeing Ghostface though as a contender to Freddy. That's a rough hurdle for me.
Okay. I'm just saying.
But franchises, if we're looking at franchises, I get it.
I'm looking at a horror midlife crisis here.
Well, that's what happens. Sometimes you grow up, your favorites change. I mean, when I was in high school and college, my favorite Beatle was John Lennon because he was like obnoxious and wrote all these protest songs and stuff and had crazy long hair. But now that I'm older and wiser and smarter, I realize that George Harrison was the best Beatle.
Okay, the best Beatle was Paul McCartney because of the conspiracy theory, and I'm sorry.
Well, the conspiracy theory is cool.
Because either he successfully got away with it and has been living as an imposter for all this time, or he knowingly fed into the idea of the conspiracy theory, and either way, 10 out of 10 Beatle.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's pretty cool, but his songs aren't that good. He wrote all those sort of vaudevillian kind of songs for the Beatles that I don't care for that much.
I don't know shit about the Beatles, so I can't help with this at all. But we talked a lot of shit about Scream 4 and Scream 2, but here we are, we did Scream 2. I mean, it's a pretty underrated sequel, I think.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh yeah, Scream 2, absolutely fantastic sequel.
Mm-hmm. It's so good that nobody picked it in our Versus episode.
It's your fault.
That is your fault. It did make the biggest mistake of the franchise, though.
You're right.
It killed Randy.
Yep.
I think a lot of the mistakes from 3 were just trying to recover from Randy being gone. And I think that 4 was missing out quite a bit because it didn't have Randy. So it set the others up for failure, but it was a great sequel. Yeah. And even Randy's death scene was cool.
See, I didn't think it. That's the other thing. I don't think his death scene is that cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you don't really get to see a whole lot.
I wish you got to see it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But like the chase leading up to it,
that is cool.
Really,
yeah, that is pretty cool.
Like the whole outside scene.
Although Mikey contends Randy's not really dead.
We don't know.
That would explain why they didn't show it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, although we did see him laying in the van covered in blood and blood running out the cracks under the door of the van.
So what?
Mikey still believes he's not dead.
Hello? Saw? Huh? What? That was all planned, man. He fucking made himself up and it was a whole fucking ordeal. It was all faked and plotted.
Okay. The best 5 cream twist ever would be if Randy Meeks was actually the new Jigsaw apprentice.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
That would blow my mind.
No, he would be Jigsaw. He'd be the John Kramer of Scream. It could be.
No, not of Scream, of Saw. It's a secret crossover project. He just shows up and it's like, hey, I'm sorry, I was working on something else the last 15 years, but I'm back.
God damn it. It could be. We don't know. I'm just saying. I'm putting that out there. It could be. If they do it, oh God, if they fucking do it, you guys will never, ever hear the end of it. I'm just saying.
You won't hear the end of it because I'll be talking about how stupid it is until the end of time.
It's not stupid.
I would be happy that Randy's back, if I'm being honest.
I would be happy to get Randy back. Or the cameraman from Scream 2, which I contend is the best character in the movie.
He's the second best character in the movie. I like him a lot.
That dude is hilarious. They're all trying to solve a murder and he's walking off to get Dunkin' Donuts.
You're able to relate to him pretty well, huh?
Yep. Is that another fat joke?
No. God damn it. No.
Yeah, no, he was Dunkin' Donuts, and then he's like, I don't know, the friend of Sydney says, "Did you get that on film?" Yes, I got that on film. Makes me laugh every time. Yeah, I like that guy a lot. I wish he had more of a role. And they dropped the ball by not killing Dewey in his supposed death scene in this movie.
So, would you guys trade in Randy for Dewey?
Yes. In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I like Dewey. I don't have any problems with Hopalong. But
I'm calling him that.
But I think that him dying in the scene that they do his fake death in this movie would have been such a perfect ending for that character. With that pane of glass between him and Gale. I think that would have been great.
Yeah, that was like the most powerful death scene maybe in the franchise, and it was understated by the fact that he didn't die.
Yeah. Yep. That would have been perfect. So yeah, if they had done that and kept Randy, I would have been perfectly happy.
We've been picking on this. We picked on it during the live stream. I picked on it during the Versus episode. But Dewey and Gale being mad at each other in Scream 3 and in Scream 4, we could have sidestepped seeing that an extra 2 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do that in every one of these movies.
And they're going to do it in 5, right?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I hope in 5 Cream they're divorced and he's married to Lemon Squares. That's what I'm really pulling for.
Holy
you know
shit.
What? If he leaves Lemon Squares for Gale, I'll stop complaining about the trope, though.
That is a petty woman thing right there. Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah. No, I don't know why you guys hate Lemon Squares so much.
She's so annoying.
Deputy Judy, she's awesome.
No.
Her name is Lemon Squares. It's not Deputy Judy. I'm just saying.
But yeah, I don't know. So we'll pull back the curtain. I mean, we talked about this, that we did a watch party for this one.
Right.
And so we all watched it together today.
We did.
Which was not the best way to watch a movie that we're going to do an episode about, because we were talking and goofing and Mikey was sharing racist gifts.
Ow, you son of a bitch. My grandmother threatened you too.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Mikey was playing a recording of his grandma threatening to whoop my ass.
No, I was on the phone with her.
Yeah.
Oh, she was on the phone?
Yeah, she had called me.
Oh, I thought you had like secretly recorded her or something. I didn't know.
No, that would have gone on the podcast
well,
for sure.
I have secretly recorded her. I just haven't gotten to upload it yet. But yeah, no, Grandma Bones made an appearance on the watch along, unknowing to her.
Yeah. So not the best way to watch the movie, but and I'm drunk and completely forgot where I was going. I had a whole point that it was going to end somewhere, but instead I'm just going to be quiet now.
Okay. Yeah, see, you guys, when we had the Scream 2, Scream 4 debate a while ago, I went back and watched Scream 2. So I seen it, how long could that have been? Like six or so months ago. So I watched it then, most recently until today. And it's weird because I was reconsidering my whole Scream 4 stance after seeing it when it first came up. And now I'm kind of leaning back to Scream 4 is better after this watch, because I don't know.
You need to watch them back to back.
Yeah, see, I think you're wrong about that.
If I watch them back to back, I think it'll be a blowout for Scream 4.
Unbelievable.
No,
I'm just like, no.
I do want to ask, why does when Sydney towards the beginning of the movie goes and finds Randy after they, she finds out about the murders at the first killing at the movie theater, why does he talk in that stupid accent?
Oh, Randy?
Randy, yeah. He
gets all English on the way out.
Yeah, and I don't know why. What is that?
I think it's like so that was a thing in movies in like the 80s, wasn't it? Where like the geek, that they're the geek because they do weird accents.
Oh.
It was kind of weird to see it in a 90s.
Is that what you and your friends do, Kat?
I've had friends like that. I've had theater kid friends that will do that. And that they're the geek because they're the one with the British accent. I don't think I've ever done a British accent, though.
Yeah, that throws me off every time. I do not like that.
But like that was the thing in the only example I can think of, which I guess also was a 90s thing. It just took place in the 80s. It's Stephen King's It. That Seth Green is the geek because Richie has like a bunch of voices that he does.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And I feel like it happened a lot in movies right around then, but that's the only one I can think of other than Scream 2.
Well, it's kind of jarring when you go back and watch those movies now and you're like, what? Why is Jamie Kennedy British all of a sudden? And he doesn't do it for long, but it's like the first lines. Well, it's not the first lines you hear him say because he talks in the classroom, but I was like, what is going on?
I just thought it was because it was Jamie Kennedy.
He can just do what he wants.
Right. Yeah.
He was practicing for a different role on set. Refused to do a second take.
But yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot to like about this movie. I don't know why Mikey hates it so much.
Said I hate it.
You're always talking about 4 is better.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you hate this one.
I don't hate this one at all. I do want to mention one thing before we move forward, though. It's hard for me to tell which movie did it better. That first kill in the bathroom stall. I mean, who did it better? Scream 2 or Scary Movie?
Scream to.
You sure?
Yes.
I
Wait,
don't know.
is Scary Movie when the dick comes through?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen Scary Movie since it was like in theaters.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't care for those movies. It's not anything against those movies. Those movies are not made for me. I don't like that kind of humor. That
You
sort
just
of
made dingus jokes not too long ago. You
no,
don't like
not dick jokes. I'll make dick jokes all day. What I don't like is that over the top parody, kind of like Airplane and fucking Naked Gun stuff. Like that's just not for me. I don't care for it.
All right, so will you give it to Scary Movie in the scene?
Well, I think that the problem with Scream 2 is I'm not sure that would kill that man.
Of course it would.
I'm not sure the knife goes in deep.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. I think that the knife goes in deep enough that he would be in serious trouble, but I don't think he would die that fast.
Yeah. That's my biggest problem with it. I'm like, he got stabbed in the ear. I don't think that would kill you.
If it had gone in, like, if we had seen the knife go in like an inch or two deeper, absolutely he would have died. But it didn't look like a really deep stab.
And I think it's weird that he puts his ear to the wall of the bathroom stall. Who does that?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's gross.
Yeah, I would have not been able to be killed in that stall because I would have just minded my own business.
Right. I've been like, at most, I've been like, shut up over there or whatever. Somebody's, or I'd have farted him out of the place,
Yeah,
and it would have been.
Can you imagine if you're trying to kill someone and they're just farting?
Yeah, it would have been socially acceptable to do that in the bathroom.
Ghostface will be waiting a while for you to put your ear there.
Yeah, I would know. And how does Ghostface know exactly where to stab the door to get him right in the side of the head?
Because he's Ghostface.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's a lot about that kill I don't like. That is not my favorite kill in this movie. I do like the Jada Pinkett or Jada Pinkett Smith. I'm not sure which one she is in this movie. Her death in the movie theater itself is cool.
That is really, really cool.
I think it's an amazing kill because it's such a deep thing, like
that feeling of solitude in a crowded place,
right?
That just exquisitely done scene.
Like Ghostface just killed somebody and is sitting there in plain sight, just sitting there watching a movie.
And then, and she's looking around, and I think even she loses track of where he is because there's just that sea of masks.
Yeah, There's a lot of masks around, and it's so dramatic. Because she's screaming, but everybody else is screaming because of what's happening on screen, and and I think they even say, when they're talking about the murders on the news, or when Sydney and her friends are talking about it or whatever, like it took them a minute to even realize that it wasn't part of the show.
Right.
Have you guys ever been in a theater that's like that?
No.
That's super rowdy and stuff?
I wish I have. No.
Yeah. The closest I came was when I saw Piranha 3D in theaters on opening night. That movie is batshit crazy, and everybody was just having a great time. I mean, they didn't give out masks or anything, but it was great. That was a lot of fun.
I think the closest that I've been, I said yes, but it was kind of a different situation. Last year, I actually went to see Scream, and obviously not allowed to do like the Ghostface masks in theater anymore, but like everyone was wearing a Scream shirt. There were Scream tattoos, and you could feel the energy in that theater. Like everyone was so excited.
Dude,
I do that 24-hour movie marathon, horror marathon every year. Well, every year that they do it, they've had to cancel it the last 2 years. And the energy level is pretty high, at least at the beginning in there. And then at some point, everybody's just dragging ass because they've been up for, 15 hours or whatever.
Movie marathons are really good at that. If you go to see, like I did the Star Wars thing for Force Awakens. I went to see all the Star Wars films, and it was the same thing. People dressed up.
Yeah.
The energy was really high for the first one.
Yeah. It's those are fun. I hope that can return soon.
Oh, that would be great.
Because I look forward to that trip every year, and I haven't gotten to do it in the last 2 years, which sucks.
Also, the last like marathon that I went to was Hunger Games, and it was the most depressing thing. There were like 3 people in the theater, counting me. And like
And
It
you
was
had to
not
sit through all the
fun.
Hunger Games
And I had to
movies.
sit through all the Hunger Games movies. It was not an event. They
I
gave
will
me
give-
like 16 posters on the way out because no one else came.
I will give credit to the first Hunger Games movie. I did kind of enjoy that one, but after that, I was like, all right, this is dumb.
I would say that the first two were okay.
No. Mikey, what are your thoughts on Hunger Games?
I've never seen Hunger Games.
No,
No.
not a Jennifer Lawrence fan.
People
No.
do not get excited about them in theater.
I would imagine not.
But I would love that to not be my last movie marathon.
Yeah.
So as soon as they want to come back.
Well, I'm telling you, when they do that 24-hour thing, if it comes back, you should come down and join me. It's in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, that one
Shit.
doesn't seem like too far. I'd be willing to go to that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Anyway, they have never shown a Scream movie there, and that we're here to talk about Scream 2.
Yes.
And you, during the watch along, Kat, were not a fan of the singing in the cafeteria.
Me either.
I believe that is a great way to woo a woman.
I always think I imagine it because here's the thing is that like recently I've seen the Scream movies a bunch. I think I'm a lot better at identifying what thing happened in which one. That just seems like something that would happen in Scream 3 because it's silly and over the top and ridiculous. And every time, because I take Scream 2 so seriously, it starts on such a dramatic note. And then every time that scene comes up, it's like, oh God, yeah, it is this one, huh?
Yeah. What do you think of that scene, Mikey? You don't like it?
No, because like you said, it seems like a Scream 3 thing. And like, okay, I get it. It was there for a reason. Did it have to last so long?
Yeah.
It was
Alright.
bad.
You
Who
don't
was
think
it?
that's a good
Was
way
it-
to woo a woman?
Embarrass her. I mean,
No.
I've been known to do, I will make a public announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I have been known to do that, but I'm not.
Oh,
gonna
man.
go-
Have you ever done the scoreboard at the sporting event?
No.
Okay.
Have
Me
you?
neither. No.
No.
That costs money. I'm not doing that.
Oh wow.
But I think it's a good way to woo a woman if you look like Tom Cruise or Jerry McConnell or Heath Ledger.
right.
You know, but my fat ass singing you a song all off key and terrible is not going to work.
A whole song too. A whole fucking song. Yeah, no. That scene always annoyed the shit out of me. And Scream 4 never had a terrible musical. Just saying.
Oh, do you not like the musical number in this one either? The theater piece?
Oh well, that too. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I liked the theater piece
It
a
wasn't
lot more than
bad.
I liked the musical.
Yeah.
I did mention this too, that when I watched this with my son a couple of weeks ago and that started the theater piece, he was like, what's happening? What is this?
It's weird, man.
Yeah.
They got
It
a
is kind of
little-
weird, but that does seem like the kind of college theater thing that they would put on, right? Like some Greek tragedy or whatever.
I have seen some really weird college theater plays.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I don't know if I have any more notes. That was the thing watching along. We were all bullshitting and I didn't take notes really.
Yeah, I didn't take a lot of notes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no.
No, I was just going to bring up the Cotton Weary storyline.
Okay. I forgot how awkward Cotton is
Yeah.
He is
as
awkward.
a character. I don't know if it's him as a character or if it's the performance in Scream 2 specifically. Because, in Scream 3, he's supposed to have his life together a little bit more, but he just, people walk away from him when he's talking and then he just kind of stands there. There are a lot of
Mhm.
shots of him just like being lanky in a corner somewhere, and it's weird.
Yeah, but I think Cotton's performance in this movie, maybe more than any other character, really sets up his character for Scream 3. Because in this movie, he's been exonerated, he's free, and he is really looking for the best way to cash in on this. He wants to do a Diane Sawyer interview. They're going to pay him $10,000 or whatever. And, at the end, he tells everybody there's a time, a place, and indeed a price to tell the story. Like he really is looking for a way to cash in on the fact that he went to prison for this murder that he didn't commit. And when we see Scream 3 start, he's got his own daytime talk show.
Yeah.
So I think it really sets his character up for what it's going to become.
You know the sad part? Sounds a lot. It sounds a lot like that guy who found the foot in the grill.
It does. It does.
It
does.
Yeah,
It does, except it worked for that guy or for Cotton. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. For some reason, it's weird that the Scream movies still come up with different plots. Like Scream 3 was really centered around, Sydney's mom, and so I don't know, man. I don't like some of the stories that they use in Scream 2 and Scream 3. And it's because it's like, oh, this one's all about Cotton and this one's all about Cindy's mom. I don't know what it is about the Cotton thing. It just didn't work for me. Maybe it was the performance, and like, because when he's on screen, I just didn't like it for some reason. I don't know why.
See, I don't mind him. I like Liev Schreiber as an actor, though.
Yeah.
I think he's usually pretty good. That's why I think it was, the awkwardness in this performance was intentional, I think.
It could be.
But I don't know. It didn't bother me.
Okay. I figured it was always me. But I was just like, something about it I just never ever could like.
Yeah.
Also, another point that I wanted to make about this. Scream 2, one could argue, is what they were pretty much what the movie they wanted to make for Scream 2 was Scream 4.
What?
What? Huh?
Yeah. Goddamn it.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
I mean, one could argue that, but one would be wrong.
No, one would
One
not.
can argue anything they want, but
no, they would not, because they said they said at one point in the movie that someone is trying to make a real life sequel, and then on top of that, they had like the clips that Dewey and Gale were looking at. They had the clips of before the murders and everything. They were filming the murders. That was what Scream 4 was all about.
Yes, sort of. But I mean, Scream 4 was all about becoming an internet sensation, though.
But they were making a real life sequel. That was their thing. Like, oh, we're gonna film. Everything's captured on film. I'm telling you, man, you guys knock it for not being a Scream movie. They dug their claws. It was such a Scream movie. You guys didn't get how much of a Scream movie Scream 4 was.
It is not.
Yeah,
a Scream
we're
movie.
the problem with
Yeah.
Scream
It's gotta
4.
be.
The problem that I have with Scream 4 and the reason that I say it doesn't feel like a Scream movie, I think, is because of the way they handle the returning characters, the three main characters, sort of the Scooby Gang, if you will, in that they split them all up. All three of them are going in their own different direction, and we don't see that in the other movies.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna leave that there. Just something I noticed. I was like, this is very Scream 4-esque, and the stories are the point of it. I don't even think the plot, just like the point of what's going on with these killers for the most part.
No, I mean, I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. I don't know that I 100% agree with it, but I can see what you're saying.
I'm going to keep chipping away at this boulder.
All right. I'm probably never going to, I will never agree that 4 is better than 2.
That's fine. I'm just going to leave that there, though.
All right.
I guess the two scenes that stick out to me that I just want to mention are the recording studio and the car. Mm-hmm. Those two, those are the movie to me.
I'm glad you wanted to talk about the car, because the recording studio, also great scene. I do still feel like it was undermined, but the car is think
amazing.
Maybe one of the most memorable, tensest scenes from a Scream movie.
Yeah,
very good.
I think there are 3 great scenes in this movie that really stand out. Well, actually 4. The we've talked about most of them now, but the death of the theater at the beginning, Randy going around that big open, whatever that is, courtyard, whatever the hell that is, trying to find Ghostface on his cell phone, I think is great. The recording studio, I don't like as much as you guys do, and I mentioned this during the watch along, that I have worked more than half of my life in studios that have those exact windows. It is not that soundproof. I promise you that. Gail would have heard Dewey. And that takes me out of that one a little bit. But Dewey's death, in quotes, is so great there that it works. I wish they hadn't undercut it. And then, of course, the car scene is probably the one that stands out the most to me, because that is a really tense moment in that movie.
Absolutely. And I think I see your point. I didn't know that. Like I said, when we were watching it, I always wondered if it's really that soundproof.
No, I 1,000% promise you she would have heard him knocking on that window.
Fair enough.
It's not space. It's not a vacuum.
It's a fair point. I don't know, man. It was just always something about Ghostface sneaking around in there and looking, and the chase. you know, that Gail was putting on at the beginning of it. Is, I don't know. It's just he looked fucking awesome in that room for some reason.
It is good because there are all those equipment racks and then like the soundproof partitions that they set up where she's sort of, you know, sliding in and out between those and he's walking around. All of that is really cool. It really, the only thing that takes me out of it is the whole time I'm going, it wouldn't be this soundproof. There's no way it's this soundproof. And I know what's coming. And Dewey bangs on the glass to get her attention and she doesn't hear him. And I'm like, I call bullshit on that.
Fair enough.
But that's just one of those weird things. It's like, you know, if you see a movie where someone has your job in it, you immediately start pointing out all the shit that they're getting wrong about that job.
Oh, yeah.
So if we ever seen Ghostface playing Dungeons and Dragons, Cat would just be all over. Well, man, that could be
so mad.
Yep. You know, Cat's going to know exactly what's wrong.
No, so one of my biggest pet peeves on the topic of professions, a quick side note, there are always these first-time authors who are going out to like these expensive luxury cabins to get themselves murdered. And it's like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
5 or 6 books in, sure. But you're not just going to take a summer off to go rent yourself an expensive cabin to finish your first manuscript. Nope.
They do that shit a lot, don't they?
All the time.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
Yeah. You know, the best movie about that, it was somebody moving to the countryside to finish their first book, is Funny Farm, starring Chevy Chase. My God, that movie's funny.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my God, it's hilarious. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with like if we ever do an episode of Frasier, I can explain to you why they are the closest to getting radio right in that show.
I hated Frasier, and you guys know how much I like Cheers.
Why do you hate Frasier? It's a pretty good show.
I don't know what it is, man. Love Cheers, favorite show of all time. Can't stand Frasier.
Interesting.
I never understand. Just saying.
But yeah, so we haven't talked about the car scene really at all. We diverted completely. It's so tense because they have to climb over Ghostface and he's knocked out. So you think, I mean, he's wearing the mask, you can't really see. But then Sydney gets out, so you realize, okay, he's probably knocked out, but he could wake up at any moment.
And she tries to open the back door, to get her friend out. And
so then her friend has to take the same route, climbing over Ghostface. It's so, like, I remember seeing in the theater, and that was like one of the squirming in your chair, covering your eyes moments, because it was so tense. That's a great setup and a great scene.
And one thing that I really like about it, it's actually in the scene just after, because that was cinematic perfection. And then you do start to wonder about why Sydney didn't get the mask. But then she goes back to get the mask. And it's a moment I really like, because it's like, you can kind of understand that she makes a different decision than you would have made with the adrenaline and stuff. But then she has the idea to go back and lift the mask up. And it's like, that's the decision I think a lot of people would have made.
Yeah.
They picked a lot in Scream about, having characters make really dumb decisions. And it's like, I think a lot of people would have made that same decision and got their friend killed.
Yeah, I use that as a teachable moment with my son where I was like, this is why you always run away. Run. Yeah. And then as Sid is walking back to the car to take the mask off, you can see through the back window that he's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And then he comes out of nowhere and gets the friend, which is great.
I actually paused it. I ended up pausing it so I could go get a drink the last time I was watching it. And the police officer guy, the FBI agent, whoever is supposed to be watching her, that's like dead and impaled through the windshield. That is just, the special effects in Scream 2 are really good. And even having that in like the backdrop of because it's not really ever in the foreground of the shot other than like a few fleeting seconds, but they did a really good job. And it's unsettling, Yeah. It
does look really good.
I told you guys, Scream, best blood.
I know.
We'll talk
best
about
blood.
that.
That's what I've heard. Best blood in any movie.
I'm waiting for you guys to find one.
I don't, as I said before, I don't have your weird blood fetish. I don't really pay that much attention.
It's important.
We'll have a blood episode one day. We'll talk about this.
Dude, damn it! I'm telling you, Scream's gonna win.
It's like the first few Saw movies. They ended up changing special effects teams. They get worse. I'm not going to make a case for the blood in Scream 5 through 7 because it's bad. But like early on, Saw blood it's good.
Cat always says Saw.
I always say Saw.
So what do you guys think is the best kill in this movie?
Oh wow. See, we talked about it a little bit. I think the coolest death, it really is Jada Pinkett Smith from the beginning. But I don't know if that's the best kill or it's just there might be a difference. There might be a semantic difference.
Well, I think that there is a bit of a semantic difference, but I was really talking about death because the kills typically in Scream movies aren't that fantastic.
I don't know about that.
I knew Mikey'd want to take objection to that. I mean, 90% of the kills in these movies, he's just stabbing somebody.
Okay.
It's not overly fantastic. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's fine.
They usually have one though, at least.
Yeah, I mean there are some. I mean, there's the I can't remember her name, but the girl in the garage door in the first movie, which would never happen, by the way. That garage door would stop going up. The motor would burn out.
Oh,
before,
absolutely.
Yeah, but yeah, there are some usually a one or two really notable kills. I'm having trouble thinking of one in this movie. That's why I asked. I mean, the Jada Pinkett Smith one is the one that comes to mind. I think is my favorite, but yeah, that's more about the death than the actual kill.
Yeah, because the kill isn't anything phenomenal. It's just that death scene was really good.
Circumstance, I think, more so than anything. Yeah.
Dewey's would have been the best.
Well, yeah, that would have been amazing.
If he had died.
Yeah, they hadn't, rolled it back. But I don't think Randy's is all that fantastic.
Well, we don't know.
But again, the scene leading up to it.
Yeah, the scene leading up to it is very good. Yeah. I do kind of like Sarah Michelle Gellar getting thrown off the balcony. That one's kind of cool.
That was kind of cool, but I did have to back it up to see if it was actually tall enough that she would have died.
Yeah.
I decided that landing the way she did, it was possible, but because just the way that watching it through that first time, it was like, I don't think that's a fatal fall right there.
Yeah. No, I think if she had jumped and landed on her feet, she may have broken her leg or something, but she wouldn't have died. But being thrown off and landing that way, I think is what would have killed her. What else do we have? I'm trying to think.
I don't think. I mean, I've mentioned it. The ending, I wasn't crazy about the ending.
What did you not like about the ending? Other than Gail walking around with a broken rib and a gunshot wound.
Huge gunshot wound.
Right.
So the gunshot wound, it's like, okay, maybe it just like grazed her and stuff. And then she's talking to the paramedics and they're like, you've got a couple broken ribs, I think. And it's like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
They give her like a Band-Aid and they patch her up and send her on her way. She's like reporting and stuff. And it's like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, it was, I don't know. It was, I don't know why. Maybe it's because she was in Roseanne. I didn't like what's her name being the killer. It's kind of hard to take such a big name outside of the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's with anything, but I don't know. That annoyed me. Just the story. I mean, I guess, you tied it in. It made sense. Okay, I understand. I don't know. The motive just seemed flat for me. Like, you're going to go through all this trouble of being Ghostface, dude. I don't know. So if you're getting revenge for your child and a scorned mother and all that, I just feel like you're going to go to the person's house and stab them while they're sleeping or something. You're not going to go through all this shit with, it didn't make any sense all around.
Yeah, no, that makes more sense. You would go more directly for Sydney.
Right.
Yeah, then you'd be messing around with sorority girls and stuff.
You're going to recreate what your son was innocent for is essentially fucking that's always been my thing with Scream 2. Always.
Yeah. But that's a shit movie if they don't do that.
What?
It's a shit movie if they don't do that. If all that other stuff isn't involved.
I mean, yeah,
that's a really shitty movie.
And I don't know, under normal circumstances, I can kind of see the point, but I think seeing how seeing how she goes about it in a very indirect way kind of makes Scream retroactively more believable because it's like, this is where Billy gets this kind of shit from.
Okay.
And also, don't undercut the actions of, she's not the only one. There's also Timothy Oliphant's character.
Yeah, she's also trying to get away with it. So it's like a lot of the extra kills I kind of understand because it's like...
Because, if she just shows up at Sydney's place and tries to kill her, I mean, I don't know, Neve Campbell doesn't seem like a big woman. And I don't think I would take her in too many fights, but I bet she could whoop Aunt Jackie's ass.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like...
Absolutely.
As I said during the watch along, Canadian chicks are sturdy.
Okay, we're not talking about that. Well, and yet, where did that dude even come in? Like, I don't know. It just seems so forced.
She said she explained she found him on the internet or something.
That's so dumb.
Right, man. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to complain about them bringing Timothy Oliphant into the movie because he's amazing.
He was really good. Honestly, one of my biggest complaints about this movie is that Timothy Oliphant wasn't in it more.
He should have been the boyfriend.
Well, he wasn't. I don't think he was a very big star at the time.
No, I know, but he was the most expressive. He was the most fun to watch.
Yeah, but Jerry McConnell was like a name, I think, at the time.
I guess.
They should have switched him with the boyfriend. I don't know. Whoever played the boyfriend, I always I know they framed him to be the killer, but like, he looked like someone who would play a killer.
But the problem with doing that is then you don't get Timothy Oliphant acting all crazy at the end. And he's brilliant at being crazy.
When the boyfriend is singing on the tables, there's that one clip of Timothy Oliphant dancing like in the back, and that was worth everything else.
Yeah.
God.
Where he's just like clapping along. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
You go.
That's a good friend.
I wouldn't have did it.
Yeah, I would not do that for my friend. If he hopped up on a table and started singing to someone, I would leave. I
would 100% clap and dance along if you did that, Mikey, because I would want to encourage you making an ass out of yourself in any form possible.
Yeah, no, I would. If I was the friend, I'd be like, dude, get your dumb ass off that fucking table now.
Not me. You know why? Because I always have my friends' backs. That's why.
He lifts people up.
You're just making yourself look like a slight ass to encourage me to look like a big ass. You're not trying to be a friend.
Yeah, you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. You know what I'm saying? I might have to take a few rep hit, but
swing your hips a couple times, get me going. That's it. Yeah, that's not that bad.
Yeah, not a huge deal. I mean, you're singing.
That thing would be happening.
Yeah. No, I don't mind the casting choice of Laurie Metcalf. I mean, it was kind of obvious when she comes on screen. I mean, even when I saw it in the theater that, she's probably going to be one of the killers because she was not like a huge star, but, she was on Roseanne and that show was a runaway hit. And it would seem weird to bring in someone who's that well known and then just have them be this weird side character.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
it did kind of tip their hand a little bit. I didn't see the Timothy Oliphant thing coming, which is something that I remember originally being irritated by the Scream movies for the dual killers because I felt like I had been duped. The whole setup of the movie is trying to figure out who the killer is, and then they pull some bullshit where there's two of them.
So at least I would always rather it be two of the people among the suspects than just introducing Pamela Voorhees out of fucking nowhere.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's just ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah. The killer that you've been trying to figure out, it's this person you've never seen.
But in all honesty, how much did we spend with Homeboy throughout? Really, how much was it? That's kind of
but
what
he is listed as a suspect.
Yeah,
which helps.
And honestly, watching the movies now, story wise, it makes a lot more sense that there would be two people acting together to do all of this than to just be one person. But I remember at the time in the theater going, two people? Well, that's bullshit. How was I supposed to figure that out? And then they did it again. I was like, you motherfuckers. So then I go see the third one. I'm like, well, it's going to be two people. And then it's one dude.
There's Wes Craven, man. He got you 3 times.
That son of a bitch.
He's good.
Yeah. And then when I saw the fourth one, I was just mesmerized by Crazy Emma Roberts the whole time. And I didn't care who did it.
No one else mattered, huh?
Yeah. I only had eyes for her.
Crazy eyes, huh?
Mm-hmm. I was really hoping it wasn't going to be Anthony Anderson. I like him.
Yeah, I love Anthony Anderson. He's the fucking man, isn't he?
Well, then he got a fucking knife in the head.
Yeah, he did. A CGI knife in the head.
That's right.
Yeah. That scene would not have looked as good without a CGI knife. I'm just saying.
So yeah, I don't know. Scream 2, overall, I think it's a really good sequel.
All right. It's Portnoy, huh?
I really enjoy it. Portnoy it. All right.
Yeah, let's see.
You want me to go first?
If you would like.
I'll go first. I will give this one a 7.7.
Okay. All right. Kat, do you want to go? You want me to go?
Yeah, you go.
I'm giving this flat out 9.
Wow.
All right.
I did not see that coming.
Giving it a 9. For the record, I gave Scream 4 a 9.1.
What did I give Scream 4? I don't even know.
You gave Scream 4.
Watch it be higher than 2.
That'd be fucking amazing. A 6.8, not much lower.
Not much lower.
Not much lower. So I am sticking to my guns. After this rewatch, I am back to Scream 4 is better. Scream 4 9.1.
But not by much. I mean, shit.
And then it's neck and neck, but damn it, it deserves a 9. Kat?
Right.
I'm gonna give it like an 8.6.
Okay.
All right. So Scream 2 is Slasher Radio approved easily. I didn't even have to do the math on that.
We don't have to do the math on this one.
Which is good news because I am drunk and I can't do math.
Well, good thing I set up a spreadsheet for the Portnoys. It does it for me. It's an 8.4.
Oh, can I get a copy of that?
Don't let him have
no. God, could you imagine what these? They'd be like a 612. Like how?
I know it's too late because I know we've already done the horror court segment where we've done the Portnoys. We're past this, but horror court for Rob. I forgot about this.
What now?
Oh.
So we're in another chat. We're trying to brainstorm ideas for a podcast. So I put together a document that's not a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
I specifically put it together as not a spreadsheet. And Rob asks if it is a spreadsheet, and I said no. I said flat out no. And while I'm gone, I had to go run an errand. I had to go get food or something. I was out for 15 minutes. I come back, and Rob has told Ghost, he has explained to her that I don't trust anyone with spreadsheets because even though he and I have a system, Mikey has screwed them up so badly that I have trust issues.
Yeah.
He's convinced Ghost that I don't trust her. He's convinced her that it's your fault that I don't trust her.
That's what happened, right?
Ghost was getting all upset in the chat. She's like, Kat, I know how to use this spreadsheet. Mikey screwed up one column and now I'm banned for life. So I set the record straight and she was pissed.
So but Kat and I are spreadsheet buddies. We have a shorthand with spreadsheets.
We don't.
She believed that shit too on top of it all.
I fixed it. I corrected it immediately. And then she was so mad at Rob too because it was
I don't think
he
I
had
did
her
anything.
going.
I don't think I did anything wrong here. I just told the girl what happened.
That's not what happened.
Because Kat and I have this funny little method that we use with the spreadsheets, and Mikey doesn't. You don't get it, so you screw it up every time. But Kat and I have got it all worked out.
My shit on our spreadsheet for the slashies had the comment thing on it and everything, and I even lined them up nice. I spread out the cells so that things weren't overlapping. I did nice on that damn spreadsheet. For you to turn around and convince someone, granted it's Ghost, she'll bite every night. I understand. But she believed it too. She's throwing around that I fucked up a column.
But I did everything right on the spreadsheets.
No, you didn't.
But I thought I did. I put all the information in there and stuff.
No, you put all the information in there, and then I went through and put it in as comments, and then you went through and put it back the way that it was.
Because I couldn't see it.
But you just have to hover over the text to see it.
I don't understand your voodoo. I don't know what that means. By the way, did you fix this?
Did I fix what?
Not you, Mikey.
Me? Okay. What? Fix what?
It's not even here now. What'd you do?
What did I do?
Oh, because, all right. This is why I have to put all the information in here. All right, because I'm looking at the Slashy page right now. Best Actress of 2021. Rebecca Hall is not in Godzilla versus Kong. She is in the Night House.
Well, to be fair, I had that highlighted in red on the spreadsheet, asking what movie she was in, and no one updated it. So, and she
because
is in
I
Godzilla.
put the Night House there, and Kat removed it and hid it.
I didn't hide it. It's in the comment section. You just have to hover over it.
I don't know what that means in the comment section. There's nothing that says comment section.
No, that it doesn't say anything. It's a you click the insert and it counts as a comment, but then when you hover over the text that says Rebecca Hall, if you leave your cursor there, there's a pop-up that says the Night House.
Uh-huh.
Well, I didn't see that. And Rebecca Hall was also in Godzilla vs. King Kong.
Well, that's not the movie that she's nominated for. Nobody's nominated for acting in that shit show.
Well, guess what? We can't nominate her for the Night House because that came out in 2020.
The Night House is 2020?
Yes.
Hold on. That doesn't sound right.
I'm telling you.
Oh, it says 2020. But then Wikipedia says 2021. I always trust Wikipedia.
And that's why we don't use Wikipedia.
I always use Wikipedia.
Oh, wait. Hold. Oh.
Wait, IMDb says 2020. Rotten Tomatoes says 2021.
Rotten
It was
Tomatoes.
delayed because of the pandemic.
Oh.
And it's really good, and neither one of you saw it, did you?
No.
Nope.
Well, Rebecca Hall's really good in that. I don't know. Maybe she's fine in Godzilla versus Kong, but nobody gives a shit.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah. That movie's awesome, too, by the way. It's not for the acting.
Shame
So
on you.
anyway, I would prefer if the new document that we have, Kat, was made into a spreadsheet.
No, I won't.
Because that, I think, is the easiest way to lay out the information for everyone
There's
to
one
understand.
table that automatically adjusts size depending on how much text is put into it, which is why it's a table and not a spreadsheet, because I don't trust you specifically. I don't trust you.
But
And
we're
there's
spreadsheet buddies.
There's a list of bullet points, and that's it.
Ooh.
And that's why I want it on record that this is why. It has nothing to do with Mikey. It has nothing to do with Ghost.
But what about our system?
We don't have a system. Our system is just fighting until one of us rage quits.
It's usually Cat.
That's still a system.
Barely. It's barely a system.
All right.
Oh.
Well, anyway, yeah, that happened, Mikey. I explained to Ghost what happened with the spreadsheets, and so we can't use spreadsheets anymore, apparently.
He did not explain accurately what happened.
I explained a version of what happened.
Ghost is very lucky she has work tomorrow, because I would fucking wake her ass up right now to yell at her for trusting you.
Now,
I would do it.
But seriously, if you could send me the link for that Portnoy spreadsheet, I'd appreciate it.
Don't.
No.
Send him the link, but don't give him editing permissions.
There is math involved in this. Goddammit, I will not compromise that.
I can do math. I mean, I'm drunk right now, but normally
We don't need to do
Do you
math.
remember the murder by numbers math?
yeah, I did math.
You did something.
Look. It didn't say I'm not a goddamn physicist. All right, I just did the math, but
The best is when it was that when Rob brought up the idea, another Rob idea. When he brought it up, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll do the math," because I was like, "I don't know, I don't want to do all that." He goes, "Oh, I'll do it. Yeah, no problem. It's simple." Made fun of us a little for it,
Mhm.
and he's like, "I don't know what the fuck I did."
But I had a system. See, I'm real good at creating systems.
No, you're real good at getting a good idea and then leaving us to run around.
I send all the information.
You send a few words with a colon in between.
Idea colon the slashy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I sent that. I sent the one to Ghost and Kat about the new show we're working on. So yeah, I'm communication. I think is really my strong suit. I work in the communications industry. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah, your communication is great. You say one thing, we don't hear from you for 3 to 4 days. Great communication.
So anyway, Scream 2 is Slasher Radio approved.
Yes.
Good.
Which makes me happy. 5 Cream is coming out soon.
Yes.
I'm going to be the first of us to see it, which I'm excited about.
Keep your mouth shut and your fingers to yourself.
I'm gonna be in such a predicament. If on the off chance that Randy is the killer, I've already promised to text that to Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
If he actually were, I would feel bad about doing it. I'd have to do it anyway,
Yeah.
but I would feel bad.
Why the hell would you do that?
Because I promised. I said that regardless of who the killer was, I was going to text you first thing and say that it was Randy Meeks.
You're not going to see it for like 6 months anyway, Mikey. It's going to get spoiled for you by then.
I'm not going to wait 6 months to see it. It will not get spoiled. I'm very good at avoiding shit. I'm very good at it. So,
Is Kat dying?
I told you I'm sick.
Are you wearing a mask?
Yeah, I'm wearing a mask at home in my office.
I don't want to catch that shit.
by the way, this might be other than episodes, we're at episode shit. I don't even know right now. I think this is like 216. The last time we had back-to-back Slasher Radio approved episodes, I believe was episode 159 and 160.
Wait, what was Slasher Radio approved?
American Werewolf in London and Zodiac.
Two of my picks.
So about 50 episodes ago. 50
yeah, why would you ever point that out to Rob?
But what was Slasher approved? Oh, fucking shooty clown happy face. Okay.
Son of a bitch. Terrifier and Scream 2. Both, I'm just saying. So you have
those are the same.
Oh, geez.
I would much rather sit and watch Terrifier or Scream 2 than either American Werewolf in London or Zodiac.
I would much rather watch you suffer a painful, painful death than to hear you say that again, sir.
All right. Well, here, I won't say that again, but I will let you know. Terrifier and American Werewolf in London, same score.
That's ridiculous. This show is bullshit.
And Zodiac.
No wonder our audience is lazy and doesn't give a fuck.
And Zodiac and Scream 2, Zodiac was an 8.7 average, Scream 4, 8.4, very close.
It was very close.
Very close.
Goddamn, Zodiac's an amazing movie. I might go watch that.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You gonna put on a 3-hour movie now?
Whatever. What do I got to do tomorrow? Nothing.
You got what was he calling it? You got nothing to do with your dingus tomorrow.
That's right. Yeah, just me and my dingus hanging out.
He's got to go to the gym.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the gym. Mm-hmm.
He's got to write a complaint letter to the gym.
I can't go to the gym. I got to buy a gym bag.
Do they not sell those at the gym?
I don't know. I've never been.
He can solve every problem.
So wait. I know that you weren't going to the gym. You've never been in once?
No, I signed up online.
Yeah, he never went at all.
Oh my God. That's even funnier than I was picturing.
I signed up online and I haven't gone.
And he's paying them every single month. Kat, remember when we came on here with him and he like proclaimed he's going to the gym and he can't take it anymore. He gave them money and has been doing so every month and has never went once.
Yeah, they take it right out of my account every month.
Why do you let them continue to do that?
Well, I've got a membership card on my phone. So, I mean,
what good is it?
But I'm a member, so you got to pay for that privilege. Look, I'm gonna go eventually. I've got to get a gym bag and stuff first, and I don't know if they sell them because I've never been there.
Have you ordered one?
No.
Just get one.
Oh, well, we all got cat money apparently.
Okay, but I don't have a gym membership is the thing.
Which is why she can afford the gym bag.
So I can afford the bag.
I don't know why this is so hard for you guys to understand.
I go for check us out. Slasher Radio.
Wait, hold on. I wanted to ask questions.
Okay.
Did you guys make one question? Did you guys make New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, the Terrifier thing. I'm serious.
Oh yeah. You're dumb Terrifier.
The one Terrifier thing.
Yeah. What about you, Kat? Did you make a resolution for 2022?
No, I don't think I did.
All right.
I give up.
Yeah. Somebody asked. I never make resolutions. Somebody asked me the other day, and so I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on being awesome." Oh. Anyway.
Well,
all right. Now wrap up your thing, Mikey.
All right. Slasher Radio on Twitter.
Wait. No, I'm kidding.
SlasherRadio.com. All of our episodes and shit is there. Articles, interviews, all that. You can also, please go to the slashies. Go to SlasherRadio.com/slashies. Just go to SlasherRadio.com. You'll be able to check out. There's a tab up there. You'll be able to just go right to it and vote, or go to our social medias. You'll be able to find it there.
Yeah. Go vote. I worked so hard on that. Piecing together a well-organized spreadsheet.
You just got taken a horror court for breaking them and convincing others that someone else did it.
That's a, you know what? That's just Cat being funny because we're spreadsheet buddies.
Our spreadsheet buddy humor.
Yeah.
Slashies start next week, so get your vote in. I don't want to hear any bitching. Like Kat said last week, voting gives you a privilege to bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So get over there and vote. Slasher Radio, whatever Mikey said. And I've got some special awards I'm going to give out during the show too.
I'm excited to see.
Yeah. These are some special categories that nobody's voting on but me. It's a panel of one, and I'm very excited about giving out some of these awards, well-deserved awards.
So you're just like doing your own award show on the Slashies.
He's not even gonna read the votes. He's just gonna be like, "Okay, here's what won."
Yep, absolutely. Well, there are no votes. It's just one voter, me.
Who do you think you are? Like you really?
I'm the guy who invented the Slashies.
Son of a bitch.
By the way, I still think we should call them the Robbies.
No, we're not calling them the Robbies.
You're gonna have to redo that trophy.
Gold in your face.
Yeah.
It is a bitch to make thing golden on Photoshop. I am not staring at your face throughout that entire process.
What about my dingus?
Send it over, maybe. I don't know. Imagine your dick being made in gold. Stop it and tell them where they can find you. Stop talking about your dingus.
I apologize. I've been drinking. I don't know if I've mentioned that or not. I'm on Twitter at RadioRob123. You can listen to my other show, This Horror Life, wherever you are listening to Slasher Radio. Sign up for the Patreon, Slasher Radio. No, God damn it, I do that every time. Patreon.com/Slasher Radio. We would love your support. We'd love it if you'd stop being so cheap and pony up a little, because you're kind of stealing a little bit. And also stop being lazy and go vote for the Slashies.
Yes. Yeah. And you can also check me out at spacehate.com/radio123.
That is identity theft.
Did you report
impersonating a celebrity?
Not yet. I don't know how to do it on that stupid site.
God, where can they
Well, TikTok didn't take me seriously, and that pissed me off.
Just picture Rob waking up every day, fresh in the page. They didn't ban him yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
fucking guy.
Oh my God. You can find me on Twitter at cat_velour, VOLEUR. You can also check out the channel that I write for on YouTube, Wicked Binge.
Good night from Slasher Radio. Leave me alone. We're getting to Slashies next week.
Leave us all alone.
All the best of Slasher Radio podcast.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.